Well, Gaffer, hard-earned point against Gillingham. What are your final takeaways?
Yeah, I thought a point was the least we deserved. As I said after the game, we didn't play particularly well in possession in the second half. Having watched the game back, I'm disappointed we didn't win by not just 2-1. They had one shot on target in the whole game. They had a chance with the header. But then Greeny's had a chance after a minute. Greeny's had a header that flashed past the post. He's had a header that he's missed. That's all in the first half. Second half, Rosie's missed a chance from a cross. We've had the goal. We've had an unbelievable chance after that. We've had lots of chances. And it doesn't matter which metric you look at. We had more possession. We had more expected goals. The expected goals, I think, was something like nearly 3-1, under 1. We've had more aerial duels. We've had more pass in their half. We've had more touches in their box. Every single metric suggests that we should have won that game. Now, and we didn't. And we were reliant on a 97th minute goal, but we probably should have won it in the 98th. Which, it didn't feel like it at the time. I said the lads came in. It didn't feel like we'd equalise in the last minute. Because our level of performance was under what we expect, and the players felt that. However, they deserved a huge amount of credit for the resilience shown to stick in the game and keep going and get a very much deserved point without a shadow of a doubt. And like I said, on another day, given the windy conditions and our performance second half, like I say. The fact that they stuck at it to get a point was a terrific achievement in the end.
Yeah, we turn our attention swiftly to our next opponents, Bromley, on Saturday. We beat them back in September, so I'm sure you're hoping for much of the same, aren't you?
Yeah, look, it was a hard-fought game. We know what they are. Not much has changed. They've found their feet and they're doing really well. They're a tough nut to crack. We saw that in the reverse fixture, but we managed to pick up the 3 points. We've got a sold-out allocation down there, which is fantastic from the fans. Again, unbelievable support. So we're really looking forward to it. I think it's the first time I'll be there. I've been to Bromley, so it's a new one for me. But yeah, like I say, we're looking to do the double over them, and hopefully a repeat of the result that we saw earlier on this season.
It's like I say, having quite an admirable debut season. I'm sure you've got a lot of respect for Andy Woodman and what he's doing with his side as well. Yeah,
look, I think any team that comes up carries momentum with them. I do. Chesterfield are the same. They are. That's what happens. And like I said, they've found their feet after a bit of a tricky start. They're having a bit of a tricky spell at the minute. But, we know that they are more than capable to compete in this league. They've shown that numerous times up to now. Like I said, they're a tough nut to crack. They don't give away goals easily. But we know that, like I said, we've already beat them once. And we've got to make sure we do that again.
Yeah, and like you say, they were certainly on an upwards bounce. 10 games unbeaten in all competitions until the 5th of January. They failed to pick up a win since then. Obviously similar for us in January, so I'm sure it's going to be a hammer and tongs affair, won't it?
Yeah, look, we know we're having a bit of a tricky spell at the minute as well. But that's not to say we're not far off either. We know we've been inconsistent. When we're good, we've been really good, and when we've not really been at it, we've sort of got the results we've probably deserved. So we know that we'll also give anyone, top or bottom, in this league a game. And Bromley are neither. They're like I said, they're doing well for a first season in the league, and we've got to make sure we turn up. That's the key. And if we do, then like I said, we'll give anyone a game, and it's going to be hopefully a really good performance and a decent result.
Yeah. What key improvements do you want to see to get that elusive win and re-spark a positive form? If you can put a finger on anything.
Yeah, I think for me, we didn't look after the ball well enough in the last game. The previous game we looked after the ball really well, but didn't move it quick enough. So now it's, can you blend them two bits together, move it well, and keep it better. When we did that, even at Gillingham, we did that in the first half really well and didn't quite manage to get our nose in front. But then second half, when we did do it for literally 5 minutes of the whole half, we ended up creating 3 unbelievable chances. So, we know that if we keep the ball well and pass it well with a decent tempo to us, we'll create chances. We've scored lots of goals from all over the pitch, and that's got to continue. And if it does, then I say we'll give anyone a game. If we're slightly off it or it doesn't quite work or whatever, we've got to find the answers, and that's the key. We talk about resilience and sticking at it. It's having that belief. I know some don't. We had the belief that we're going to get something out of that game, even when others might not have thought so. And the lads deserve huge amounts of credit for that. Like I said, the downside is that they didn't actually win the game. But the belief and the resilience shown to get something from that game was admirable from the players. The mentality was excellent. So, we've got to keep that, move the ball a little bit quicker, move it, and keep the ball a little bit better than we did on Tuesday night in that second half. And then when we get the opportunities like we did in the first half, be a bit more ruthless. And if you had all them bits in, then hopefully it'll be for a good afternoon. And
a sold-out away end as well for the Mariners. We say every week, I mean, the fans are always top class.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. It's an unbelievable achievement. It doesn't surprise me anymore at this club because they are unbelievable. And hopefully we can give them something to cheer about. Last time I was in London, was it Wimbledon away, I think, was it? And there was well over 1,000 there. I don't know what the number is on Saturday, but I'm sure they'll give us lots of backing, lots of noise, and I hope that we give them something plenty to cheer about as well.